If you're anything like me, every year I pull out the same game and I try to play through it, experience the same exact nostalgia that I experienced when I was 10. And it doesn't work all the time, but why? And I'm here today to kind of show you what I've learned about nostalgia and maybe how to bring some of it back in your gameplay.
There's 107 days, a global pandemic, and quarantine just got extended. To everyone's problem of all the people is finding a good way to spend it.
Like maybe
Fighting a Hinox or maybe a Lionel or climbing up this fucking tower. Taking pictures of this dude's ass or riding my horse off a cliff. Cooking all these fish, killing all these kids, sucking Frankenstein's ass.
do that.
Dropping all your bows, dyeing all your clothes, dying in the fucking moss. As you can see, there's a whole lot of stuff to do before school starts this fall.
University.
So stick with me, my name is Doovey, and we're gonna do it all. But yeah, we're gonna do some stuff. Challenge runs, hell yeah. I'm done streaming, this game sucks. That's it.
Challenge running is a magical experience. It's never frustrating, all fun and games, 100% wholesome, and you can bet your ass that I never got mad. There's zero downsides. I swear to God, I never fucking got mad at the fucking game. Challenging yourself can bring new experiences, bring up old feelings, bring back some of that nostalgia that you had during your first playthrough. It's really great. I recently went through my first challenge run, and it was hella frustrating. But good God, did it make me love Breath of the Wild again. Doing that 3-heart run was one of the biggest game changers that I've ever had in gaming, and it changes how I looked at all of the games that I've ever played again. It made me really evaluate which games I want to play again underneath the circumstances of a challenge run. The music drove new emotion into me. The bosses were so fucking good. They're getting their own section in this video. Where do I even start? The world was more explorable. It was infinitely better. And I think you should try one. Breath of the Wild is based off the notion that you're going to explore every nook, cranny, and butt crack that the game has to offer. Every lake, mountain, blade of grass, bee, tree is meant to be climbed and explored. There's even leafy boys that make special golden poopies for you every time you look at that weird ass rock way over in the distance. But what Breath of the Wild and lots of other games fail to do is bring multiple playthroughs worth of experiences without it getting stale eventually. Galloping through Hyrule Field the 15th time while a guardian is on your ass trying to eat your beans isn't as exhilarating as it was the very first time that you had that experience. But with added difficulty from a challenge run, it indirectly buffs the explorability of your game world. See, it's a simple math equation. When bad guy can make you go uh-oh real fast, that means that you are going to get spookied when you see him. When you get spookied, the bean in your head starts emailing all the other beans, hey, we need to get spookied. So then they release bean nectar, which flows through your veins, making that hill a little bit more nerve-wracking when you try to run over it and see a big-ass Lionel. This equation works with linear games too, even the ones that are third-person shooter games on the PS4. Like every game on there. Let's take Dark Souls for example. There's a huge challenge run community. There's things like hitless runs, deathless runs. People even take the game so far to not use the left analog stick. And there you have it, folks. Adding a little challenge to your spicy Italian meatball that is your gameplay can refresh that boring ass game loop that you find yourself in every goddamn year. And you won't end up like that guy. God damn it, every time I beat the Deku Tree, but then I never watch these long ass cutscenes, or I never want to run across the big ass fucking field again. Game soundtracks are a heavenly gift from Lord Koji Kondo and his disciples himself. Blessed are you, Lord. I love the Super Mario Galaxy soundtrack. It's out of this world. Earlier we talked about Bean Slime, which has an effect on the game world and can make it a little bit more explorable by adding a little bit of challenge. But also something that it does is that it can extend itself into the game's soundtrack and make that more exciting as well. Chemicals are really cool, kids! In all seriousness, the emotions that you'll feel from the soundtrack will be heightened from the little bit of challenge that you add in. Let's say that you're running into a village, low on hearts. That calming music, you hear that, the marimba play. It's gonna calm you down and you're gonna notice new things about the songs that you hear during the gameplay. Let's say you're stealthing from a Lionel and you hear that battle song start. The soundtrack in this moment is gonna make your heart wrench. You're gonna notice new things about that melody and it's gonna contort the way that you think. You're gonna be more scared than you ever have in your life. Especially because if you die, it might mean restarting the run depending on what type of challenge you choose. It doesn't even have to be in moments of peril where the music is more meaningful to you. This last playthrough I enjoyed just sitting around and listening to Cass play a sweet accordion. No longer did that character to me mean that there was a shrine nearby, but it now meant that I could chill, I could relax, and I could listen to the beautiful soundscape that was designed for me. It makes a huge difference when you decide to challenge yourself in the music and in the world. But next we're going to talk about the bosses. Final bosses in games are designed to be the end of the gauntlet. You're supposed to be prepared, and you're supposed to run in and it's supposed to be the biggest challenge that you've ever faced in the game yet. However, it's kind of widely known that in Breath of the Wild, that's not really the case. The bosses in Breath of the Wild are exploitable, easy to hit, and worst of all, they have the same fucking weakness, which is the stupid fucking eye. God damn it! How many bosses are there that have this stupid ass eye? But when constricting your options in gameplay, small differences in bosses suddenly become as huge as fucking beanstalks. Let's take Windblight for example. In my run, Windblight was the biggest pain in my stinky butt. I kept running out of bows, I kept running out of arrows, the boss would fucking heal. Yeah, it was unfair, but the difficulty led to some of the best side quest excursions that a guy like me could ask for. I had to collect rocks and then I had to warp to Rito Village and then from there I had to sell those rocks, buy the bomb arrows of course, then I would take them. And while all of that was super annoying, I had a super slappy time from actually beating the boss. It was so much more rewarding than it was the first time. But the very first few times that I played through, I maybe walked into each of the Breath of the Wild bosses with whatever shit that I had in my Link pants and beat the fucking boss without a problem. But this time, I actually had to go out, get armor, gear, sell things. I had to go on excursions and I had to experience the game more than what I think that the developers maybe wanted from those bosses. While all of that was kind of annoying at the time, I was super slap happy when I actually beat the boss. I even said let's go on stream, which you know,
Let's go, dude.
that means gamer time. So I guess I really took this long to say that challenge running is super valuable. No matter what game you pick, no matter what challenge you pick, I think that you should try one. And who knows, maybe you'll make a few cool friends along the way. Hey guys, thanks for watching this far. If you've gotten this far, obviously you watched it. I hope you just didn't fucking click here, because that'd be fucking dumb. You'd look like a fool right now, because I'm just fucking calling you out. Anyways, if you like this type of stuff or want to see more, please hit the subscribe. If you really hated it, please hit the dislike. And if you want to see me do some of these challenge runs live, head over to my Twitch at twitch.tv/Doovey.